Hi guys, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Anytime you are listening to this, be rest assured that I am greeting you for the time, right? Today we have Marvellous in our midst. I didn't know that you were going to do that
Oh
again.
yes.
Oh my god. So Marvelous is my friend, a very good friend of mine, and I'm so excited to have her here. We've been postponing this, episode for a while now.
For
Yeah.
ages.
And I'm so glad that she's here, right? So Marvelous
Yes.
has a lot of things on her plate right now, and I would love to hear it from you directly. Yeah.
Okay. Hi everybody.
Hi.
My name is Marvellous. I'm a geologist. But aside that, I'm passionate about womanhood. I'm passionate about parenting and everything in between. So recently I started a community called Everything Womanhood, you know, and I also I'm a sexual assault awareness advocate. I started speaking to sexual assault survivors and speaking to people generally on how we can treat sexual assault survivors better. Yes, so for now, those are the things I'm focusing on. And also author in the making. Yes, I wrote a book about sexual assault. It's titled Raped But Now Restored. When God asked me to go in this direction, He also told me to write this book. And even though I ran away from it for a very long time, but at least now we are doing it. And yes, the book is still in the works.
Yeah. So you're still working on it, but we should be expecting it before the end of this year.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, beautiful. Well done. Well done. And
Thank
I'm
you.
really, really excited for you. I promise you, Marvelous.
Thank you.
Right. So I've promised our listeners
Okay.
that we're going to be talking about sexual assault
Mhm.
in the next episode, which is this episode, right? And I think I feel like you're the best person to hold that
Maybe not the
conversation with.
best.
I feel like you're the best person
Okay.
to hold the conversation with, because of course you're writing a book
Yeah.
currently on sexual assault. You got raped but not
But now restored.
raped but now restored.
Yes.
Yeah. You
Mhm.
know what to
You want to say something?
I wanted to do something.
What?
Have you seen this video? It is like an interview session. So the guy was like, "Yeah, so today we are interviewing this one." And I said, "You know what?" I started the question was like, "Why are you gay?"
Ah.
The guy
Wow.
now said, "I'm not gay." You know, say, "You are gay." You don't
Wow.
know it.
No,
Oh
I've
my
not
god,
seen
it was a
it.
very, very funny interview, right? So I wanted to ask him,
Okay.
have you ever been raped? Why raped but now a survivor? Sorry.
I said raped,
Raped
but
but
now
now
restored.
restored.
So,
I'm not going to forget again.
amen.
RBNR. Raped but now restored. Yeah.
Yes. So, raped. No, I've not been raped. Well, God gave me this vision. I said I'm passionate about womanhood, everything about womanhood. So for 2 years now, God has been speaking to me about, you know, ladies and his daughters who have gone through the sexual assault, but they are still wrapped within that fix. Yes.
Okay.
So he gave me a message basically for
Okay.
them. Yes, so I didn't necessarily go through when you say sexual assault is broad. There's rape,
Yes,
there's
yes.
sexual harassment, there's child abuse, and all of that. So was I raped? No, even though I escaped rape as a young girl. Or well, yes, as a young girl, but sexual harassment, every girl goes through that. But I was not raped,
Hmm.
but God gave me this vision.
But you escaped rape as a young girl.
Yes, as a young girl, maybe about 8 years.
How did that happen?
So we were at somebody's place, and in the middle of the night, everybody's supposed to sleep now. In the middle of the
Yes,
night,
we were
so
sleep.
I felt somebody touching me. I just jumped up, and screamed. But should I say thankfully now? The person was my peer, we're within the same age bracket. So maybe he was shocked by that. So he could not cover my mouth or do anything like that. So people came around.
Okay.
Yes,
So
so
you reported to those people.
he didn't need reporting. Everybody saw what happened now.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
So
wow.
yes,
Oh,
that
wow.
happened. But that's not why we are here.
Right,
God
right.
gave us
True.
yes.
True. So, currently now you said it happened when you were very young, and I just want to
Well,
establish a
for
particular.
I said I escaped rape, but there are other, sexual harassment, a lot of
Yes, yes, yeah.
things.
Don't worry, we'll still divert into that, right?
Okay.
I just want to I want to establish a fact that okay, that has happened a long time ago, right?
Yes.
Do you sometimes remember it, and how does it make you feel?
I'm not bitter about it because I've even gone through situations that are very much worse than that. When I
Are you
say
serious?
when I say worse, I don't mean rape, but
Okay,
in other aspects of life.
okay,
So
okay.
I just think that I'm more concerned about people who actually go through this, the pain and the emotional torture and everything. So I'm not angry or sad, you know, but I just feel concerned for people who actually go through this. I was able to escape it, but the people who aren't able to escape it, they have to go through a lot. So when I remember it, I just feel like I have more passion and drive to do this.
Mm,
Yes. So
mm. I'm really excited. I'm honestly happy for you on this journey that you are taking, right? And
thank you.
we have quite a number of sexual assault issues that happens
Yeah.
like day to day, right? So I don't know. I feel like I want us to we got a dilemma. So I feel like I want us to
Talk
sort
about it.
the dilemma first before we go into,
Other
other
aspects.
aspects. So that will just lead us into it.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's see.
So I think I sent that to you already. Yeah. So I want us to talk about it.
All right.
Yes. So this is the dilemma of a sexual assault survivor. Hi, Singinbee. When I was 16, in my last year of secondary school, I felt like I was the only one without a boyfriend. Everyone around me was in a relationship, and I honestly thought it was cool. At the time, I didn't even know that relationships involved anything sexual. It was around then that a 22 or 23-year-old neighbor of mine contacted me. My parents had just gotten me my first phone, and that was how we started talking. He told me he wanted to date me, and I agreed. The very next day, he asked me to meet him in an uncompleted building nearby. It was the only place we could go since we both lived with our parents. The moment we met, he started kissing me and being sexual. It was my first time ever kissing, and it was so irritating and painful. He touched my whole body aggressively. It was painful, but I didn't see anything because I didn't want to sound like a baby.
Hmm.
I thought this was what mature people did. That same day, he made me lie down and had sex with me. My body couldn't even adapt to the physical pain. This happened 3 times until one day. Someone almost caught us and we ran away. He didn't even bother to check if I was okay. About 2 weeks later, he texted me again, asking me to meet him. I was so angry that he hadn't checked on me that I ended things with him right there. I told him I never wanted to see him again, and I never did. It wasn't until I got to the university that I realized what happened was sexual assault. I learned that for a minor, consent is irrelevant. No
Absolutely.
one should ever no one should ever have any form of sexual intimacy with a minor.
Yes.
Giving consent doesn't change the fact that it is assault. Looking back, I think this is absolutely true. I had no idea what sex was or what it felt like. Even now, the memory gives me trauma. It just makes me so sad. Sometimes I feel like I need to sue him. I know it was a long time ago, but I want to revisit this case, report him, and make him understand that what he did was sexual assault. It is affecting me, and every time I remember it, I feel terrible. I honestly don't know what to do. I've never told anyone about this before. I just feel so unhappy and like I need to talk to someone I can trust. But I don't feel like I have anyone. That's why I'm writing to you. Right? Marvelous. I listened to one podcast recently.
Okay.
I've read this thing before. And it just made me remember that podcast that I listened to. The person is no, I can't remember. But what she was saying was that as a teenager,
Yeah.
the only thing a teenager wants to be is to be an adult.
Yes.
That
That's the phase you are
yes,
trying
you
to
want to
grow
feel
from
like a
being a
big
baby.
girl. So I can understand what it feels like being 16 and dating somebody that was 22,
Because
23 years old.
the teenage years are the transitioning years.
Yes.
So
Oh my God. You were going to feel so fly and big that, oh,
everybody
my
felt
mates.
like that.
Exactly. That my mates are dating secondary school boys, but I'm dating an older guy. And, oh my God, I feel so sad for this person.
Well, I feel absolutely. I feel very, very sad for her because she also said that she feels terrible.
Yes.
You
I
know,
feel like she feels cheated too because she just found out recently
yes,
that
that
it
was sexual assault.
Yes.
So well, if she wants to report the case, like she said, that's absolutely fine because that decision is up to her.
And it does it change if she wants to report that case now? It doesn't change the fact that it's like the fact that it's been long doesn't change the fact that she was assaulted, right?
Oh no, it doesn't. She was
Okay.
assaulted. Yeah.
Okay.
Even if she wanted to report 10 years after, she was assaulted, and that's the fact. So I think that decision is up to her to make if she wants to
Okay.
report. Yes, nobody will make that decision for her. But I want her to know that much more than reporting the case, you have to heal yourself. So reporting the case will not might make you feel better, but just for a period, for a
Hmm.
while. So you have to do the work. You have to see a therapist. She has to see somebody. She says she feels terrible. She feels alone. That's what sexual assault.
Those
She
support
feels
them.
lonely, rather, because there's a difference between feeling alone and feeling lonely.
Mm.
Yes, so she has to see somebody, and she thinks like, sexual assault survivors think that they are there is no they are helpless. They feel they are helpless. So I would advise her strongly to see somebody, to speak to somebody, to a therapist, and all of that. And much more than that, she has to work on herself. She has to let go of the hurts. It's not going to be a day's journey, or there's no specific duration for it, but healing is a process. And you
Yes.
can't heal in isolation too. So you have to open up to somebody. There are cases where even all of us, not sexual assault now, where you go through something, you feel like the world is coming to an end. But the moment you open up to somebody,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
start,
You
yeah.
just feel better.
So that's the first thing she needs to do. She needs to speak to somebody. And when I say speak to somebody, a sensible person, a sensible adult, not somebody that will guilt trip her, not someone who will blame her for that happening, and all, a sensible person. Yes, so she needs to open up, and also she needs to work on herself, forgive herself. It didn't happen because she was at fault. It
Yeah.
happened. The other person is always to blame, yeah. So she should know that, and she didn't know any better. Maybe if she knew better, she would have handled it, but that's all in the
Yes.
past now,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So she just needs to move from it because one thing the devil does to us is he likes to keep us down.
Mm.
Yes, so she just has to take that courage, take that step. And I believe that when she starts doing that, she'll definitely be fine. And I'm telling you that you are not lonely, because sexual assault makes you feel like you are lonely. Nobody wants to talk to you and all of that. But you open up to somebody and begin to take active measures, you know, and these incidents can also become maybe a purpose for her. She can turn this pain into purpose, but that will be after she has healed, after she has healed herself. And yes, she'll definitely be fine, but you are never alone.
Mm.
Yes.
Hmm. Marvelous. I want to ask you a very sensitive question
Okay.
as you were speaking. I just said, oh God, how is this question going to sound now?
Let's
I
hear
don't
it.
know what we want to tag this episode. Maybe we should tag it rated 18 because I don't even know. But I feel like if this person was 16 years old now.
Yeah.
If somebody that is 15, 16, 17 is listening to this now, at least they would know better. Right? Do you understand what
Yes.
I'm saying? So I feel like it doesn't have to be rated 18, right? But imagine a situation where um oh, how am I going to start? How am I going to put
Start
this
from
together now?
start
Okay,
anyhow.
let's even use married couples for example. You know
Okay.
that sometimes married couples too can be raped, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Married women
But
can be raped.
yeah. But that's not where I'm going. For example, now imagine that in while couples or two sexual partners are having a sexual what am I going to call it now? Business, sha. Let's put it like that.
Okay.
It's so weird, right?
Okay.
But you're having a sexual business,
I'm really
right?
seeing where this question
And,
is going, but okay.
and yeah. But now, maybe the man or the woman now, but let me use the man because I'm speaking from a woman's standpoint,
Perspective,
right?
yes.
Yes. So imagine the man now, tells the lady to do something that probably sounds odd
That means
to
this
her.
question you ask me, am I the right person to answer this question? But let's hear it, okay?
Right? Oh my god. So imagine the person now, the guy now tells the lady or the man tells the woman that she should do something to him, like
That she
actual
does not want
sexual
to do,
business. So yes, that
right?
she does not want to do.
Okay.
Right? And then she says, I don't think I can do this thing. No. And then the guy now start forcing her. What do you mean you
That's
cannot do
assault.
it? That's assault.
Anything without the other person's consent is assault. That's the answer I can give to that question.
Wow.
Yes.
Even if they are married, right?
Yes.
It's still assault.
It's anything without consent is assault. Anything that involves manipulation, force, coercion is assault. So it does not matter whether they are married. Everybody has the right to choose. Yes, so if you want something and I'm forcing you or I'm trying to get you to do it by all means, that's assault. That's the answer to that question.
Okay. I want to ask you another question.
Okay.
Oh my god, you are the right person to ask all these questions, right? Because you are the one writing a book on sexual assault. So while I was at NYSC camp, there were some ladies that were selling. There was NYSC camp. I just remembered one silly thing
It's
that
a lot.
Let me tell you one funny on Inch story. I will not forget what I was saying. When we were almost done with NYSC, like the camp, I'm talking about the camp. I'm still serving currently. About 3 days to when we were done. That was when I noticed this guy. Oh, I really liked him.
So did you approach him?
I liked him so much. I was not using scope. I was saying that there's something I want to discuss with you. Like, I really need us to talk. I just wanted, you know what? If I like you, I just need to be in the same space with you.
No.
Yeah, if I like you, I'll go for you, right? But I need to understand that when I see your physical appearance, that's what attracts. That's what brings me first. Yes, I just need to have a conversation with you.
That's very true and necessary. Because this world,
I don't want to have a conversation with you.
To see if you're okay.
I know that your face matches your brain.
That's very correct.
That's all.
So this thing you said, it actually reminded me of something. Okay,
don't forget though. He was postponing the conversation. I was saying that please, I want to have a conversation with you. He kept on postponing, right? So the first time we were having the conversation, it was very, the conversation was just very quick. I didn't really I wanted to discuss deeper things with him. Do you understand? So I knew the perfect question to ask him. So what I just wanted to say was that because I really liked the person and the person did not answer me. Like, I was telling him that I need us to see you. So he was busy. He was very, very busy. If I say what he is now, he's a doctor.
Okay.
He's a doctor.
Okay.
So he was always in the clinic. Yeah. So and I told him that I wanted to see him, right? He would not be postponing. That was I started feeling very sad. And I went out in the evening. Excuse me. I went out in the evening. I was going to Mami Market. There was nothing I was doing. I was just so sad because I liked somebody and I've not been able to talk to the person. If the person is somebody what like. I was not looking up. I saw this star and the moon. This thing I'm telling you, Marvellous, I swear to God, I'm not for minutes. And telling star. I looked at the moon. I was like, God, you created all this.
Wow.
And I was crying.
Are you for real?
I'm so embarrassed.
Wow.
I'm ashamed of myself.
Well.
And I started crying.
Did you see him?
I later spoke to him and I was very angry because he doesn't have sense.
Oh my God. Wow.
In fact,
you were crying.
When I was already 10 minutes into the conversation, I was like, oh my God, I just wasted my tears.
Oh my. Well.
I was very, very angry. Oh my God. Now I've forgotten what brought us to this
I don't know. You were talking about, your face matching your brain and all of that.
Yes,
I had, when I was 7, I had a friend, actually. Okay. It was like a friend. Somehow, went to do something and somehow we just entered the line of marriage, relationships. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. his ideas.
Hmm.
Oh my God, they were
You're very weird.
not weird. They were stupid. Yes, yes. Oh God.
Oh my
Yes. So
god.
that's just what I wanted to
Are
say when we were talking
people
about
actually entitled to your
your
opinion
brain
too.
matching. That's very important. Very, very important.
Your brain matching
Your
your look.
face.
Abi.
Yes.
Very, very,
And the fact
very,
that
very
you're
important.
educated doesn't mean you actually know some things or some things come natural.
Yes.
Man,
There are certain things that because you went to school actually
it's a
doesn't
lot.
necessarily
We
mean
have
that
to
you know
renew
it.
our minds.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
So
really
that's
true,
what we're saying.
really true.
Sexual
Yes,
assault.
we're talking
This,
about sexual assault. Right? I swear there was something that I just keep swearing. God,
you
please
remember
help
later.
me. There was something that brought us to this conversation where I remembered NYSC, right?
Let's
But I
move
can't
on.
remember. Let's just move on, right?
Okay.
So I wanted to ask you another question,
Okay.
right? You know, there are people that talk about sexual assault and all that. They talk about it a lot, right? And there are certain people that are actually survivors,
Yes.
and there are people that they they just use the sexual assault subject as a means to manipulate people,
Yeah.
right? When they like try to lie about it, to just put somebody in prison, to just destroy somebody's life, to just, to just get what they want, or just avoid
Or to
taking
just punish
responsibility.
somebody.
Exactly. Or to just punish somebody. And sometimes you get to even see people saying it like outrightly. I've heard it before. Somebody saying it outrightly that, and if he doesn't answer, I'll force it on him. I'll tell people that this is what is. I'll shout now.
Yeah.
Some people be threatening a guy, and they'll say, "I'll shout now and tell everybody that you're trying to rape me here."
Yes.
What do we do about situations like that?
Well,
I'm sorry to cut you off. Right? There are men that the only people they've actually had a relationship with, or people that they've actually had a conversation or a situation with that has to do with sexual assault, are those that are trying to pin it on them without them actually doing anything.
Yeah, so now they are seen from just one
perspective. And then people who are actually really survivors
they
now,
see them as
liars. So what measures?
This thing you said now, what you were saying is, I remember Joseph in the scriptures. That was what Joseph went through when Potiphar's wife.
That's in the sexual assault.
Yeah. The Bible is very complete.
Wow.
When Potiphar's wife wanted to sleep with him and he denied because he wasn't consenting, and then he landed in prison for that.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to.
Yes. So for those type of, and because now people tend to believe women more in some sense, so you just need to cry, and do some drama.
Yes.
They'll believe you. But for those type of people, I think it depends on who they are reporting to. But I believe that you can't fake it for long, because somebody who has truly experienced sexual assault is very obvious, so their emotions and I would always advise Mirabel Center and Lagos State Domestic Violence Agency. When you go to those type of places, they ask you questions, they examine you to see if you were truly assaulted. Yes, but even if when you go there, it has been long, because they always say that you come 24 hours maximum after you are assaulted. So the examination will confirm if you were truly assaulted or not. But even if you go there a lot longer, after 24 hours, they will ask you certain questions, and somebody who is truly assaulted, they would know. Yes. So, and these people are experts, right? So I think that type of lady that you're saying, who is using sexual assault to get what she wants, in quotes, I think she would only be believed by people who have no experience. Personally, I will ask you questions and you can cry, but you can't fake it for long. Yes. So experts, you can't lie to them, but general people you can. But at the end of the day, the truth will always come out.
So you're saying that there are measures put in place that when somebody reports a sexual assault,
yes, they ask you questions, they examine you. If you come in 24 hours, less than 24 hours.
Okay. These are like the agencies, are the
agencies.
Okay, what if somebody now decides to go and sue that person? Like now,
without evidence.
Oh, so you need to approach agencies first to help you to come together with evidence before you go to
When you go,
the
the evidence, like I said, they ask questions, they do examinations. Those are evidences for them. But even for people who go there a lot longer,
okay.
yes. So I think that they ask you questions and they'll ask you how it took place, where it took place, and all of those things.
Yes.
What I just know is that the truth will come out. You know,
Okay.
from these examinations, they won't just, you go there, you say you were sexually assaulted and just take up the case. No, they have measures in place that they take to solidify and to verify if what you are,
Okay.
yes,
Okay. So somebody that is sexually assaulted now, can the person go directly to a police
absolutely,
officer and just say that
yes.
was
But
so the
this is
police officer
Nigeria.
will
But the
direct
police
them to the
officer,
agency?
no,
Okay.
no. I think you give your reports and all of that, but that's why I say I advise,
Okay.
any sexual assault survivor to go to Mirabel Center or Lagos State Domestic Violence Agency. They already have the measures that they are supposed to take. But I think when you go there, you also have to bring a police report. So going to the police station.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm saying
Okay.
if you want to ensure that it goes down well, this
Okay.
is
Okay.
Nigeria.
Yes.
Somebody
Yes.
can
It
just
can
get.
just quickly. Yes.
Exactly. They can
Yes.
just tip the person. Yeah. So I'm
Yes.
saying if you want to ensure justice, you have to go through the right
Yes.
agencies.
Okay, I think I get it. And again, there are certain ladies that I feel like they embrace and they enable men. Now,
Oh,
let me explain. Now I can remember what I wanted to say when I was in NYSC camp.
okay. Let's hear it.
Yes. There were some ladies that were selling something. All those people that when we want to share
At Mami
do.
Market.
Yes, but they usually hawk it when we are doing Said.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
they will just be hawking it because we can't live there at that point. They were not some men. They were like few men that were sexualizing them. They were just commenting about their body and they were enjoying it. They were there. They just liked the attention. I wanted to first go there. That why
You were
would
angry
you
on
do
their
this?
behalf, abi?
Yes, I was very angry. I was expecting the ladies to speak up for themselves, and they were laughing. They were like, no, it's not me that have big breasts. Though."
Well, some people enjoy it.
Yes.
Yeah, so and then when those guys now meet ladies who are not having, they'll say like, but
Exactly.
they make it look like a big deal. Well, it's a big deal. Don't comment about my body. Don't.
Yeah. So those ladies that are enabling it now, and those guys that are doing it, is that still assault in its sense?
They have their, like I said, anything without consent is assault. So they have the consent now. They are enjoying it. That's not assault.
Oh, so that's not
You're enjoying it, you're laughing,
again.
you're enabling them. That's not assault. Anything without consent is assault.
Let me give a scenario.
Okay.
Imagine that kind of situation now. The person just keeps smiling. And then when the person leaves, the person goes on to report that that she was smiling because she was confused on what to do. She didn't know how to handle the situation. She was assaulted. Does that count as an assault?
It does not.
Okay.
It does not count as an assault. You have to express your opinions about things. You have the right to talk. Yeah, so when somebody does something you don't like or say something, in this life I've gone through things. Well, somebody, not somebody safe, people make nasty comments. You change it for them. I don't like rubbish. Yes, so you tell them immediately and you let them know that you don't appreciate what they are doing. Yes, but for the people that are enabling them, well, good luck to them. That's all I can say. But they are making the men feel like every lady is going to accept that, which that's very wrong.
Which is very wrong.
Very, very wrong. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're getting somewhere.
Okay.
With this sexual assault case, right? So, I want to share a particular experience of, I shared one before we started this episode, right? And do you know that when I was sharing that thing, I was actually feeling some kind of way?
Yes.
Like it was making me feel.
You were angry or
yes,
what? Because you've not dealt with it.
Yes, and you know that time that I said it was the first time I was remembering it since it happened. Like I don't even usually remember it.
You just brushed it aside, but they will come up eventually.
But that was like the time I actually just remembered it. But there was one that happened that usually annoyed me a lot. Now let me tell you something. There was a time that we're going to I don't even know where we're going. We're going to my friend's mommy's house. They had a kind of
a function.
Yes, a function.
Okay.
And then we were like how am I going to explain it now? We're three, all of us were mutual friends, right?
Okay.
So we're going to our own house, and then there was a guy with us and me and my other friend. So we're three. The three of us are still friends, right? When we now entered a bus, right? Me and my friend, we sat at the back, and the guy sat at that side, that side that is very close to the door.
Okay.
Because of course he didn't want us to sit there, so he was like, we should sit at the back. So we're in between two men. And if Esther listens to this, she would know what I'm talking about, right? So we're in between two men, and then the guy at this side, he kept on saying, "Oh, I blow my kisses. Oh, I blow my kisses." And then we say, "I don't like what you are doing. Stop it." So that is a lie. You like me. You like me. Look me where you don't like me. A nuisance, a big nuisance at that, right? So he now started getting irritating, right? He kept on sexualizing us. He kept on saying different rubbish. Like, it was really, really serious. And then the other person beside him was joking before, right? When he now saw that person was being too serious about it and was taking it so, that was how he did not add to the conversation again. He just kept
the other guy, right?
Right, the other guy at this side. So the one at this side kept on shouting, "You go follow me, go my house. I go give you money."
Well, when people talk like that, you should already know that there's something wrong.
Yeah, and in all honesty, it looked as if it was mad.
Exactly.
And I'm actually even really serious.
Yes.
It really looked as if it was mad.
I believe you.
Right. Lagos is a very unsafe
Oh,
place
yes.
to be.
When you started talking, I actually thought you were going to say maybe you started touching you.
Wait, I don't finish my talk.
Okay.
We now wanted to change our seat. And I stood up. When I stood up like this. I was now going. I did not know that somebody was. I sure knew that. I thought that maybe, when you want to pass in a bus and it's very tight, there will be some kind of touches, but that one is nobody's harassing anybody. It's just because of the situation you are in. I sure saw that I'm feeling somebody touching my pom pom.
Wow.
That was how I look back. This man and his two hands.
Are you kidding?
To Almighty God.
Oh God.
That was how my friend that was beside me was not like.
Saying, I've had a similar experience.
Are you serious? In the bus too?
Yes, in a bus.
People are very stupid. No, I'm serious.
Well, let me say to every woman, everything woman would. Let me say to every woman that, there is a way you sit when you're in a public transport. No, maybe not when you're in a yes. You guard yourselves.
Show me.
Some people, they just sit and they are relaxed. The person is using out to touch.
God.
But you sit upright.
Like
you guard yourselves, yes. So your hand, if somebody wants to touch you, you definitely know.
Okay.
Yes, so that's the way to, yes. You don't just sit and relax or open leg. No. Yes, so I've had this similar experience, and let's just say that people are moving mad. Yes, so I think that you just have to make your own decision, that because people can just easily take advantage of you.
Yes.
So
yes.
What did you do after when you found
my
that?
friend was beside me. So my friend wanted to change our seats because we're angry about what he was doing. That's why I wanted to. When I stood up was when he did what he did. And my friend was like, if you try that nonsense with me, I will slap you, because my friend saw what happened.
Who said so? Okay,
my
you said
friend,
so.
No, my friend. My friend was seeing what was happening. It was when I looked back. I was just like, well, let me just change my seat. I swear to Almighty God, I was so confused.
I don't want to believe that man
say that
okay.
I will slap anybody that try rubbish. I used to say
the shock.
But I could not do anything. I was very surprised. I was just so shocked. I could not do anything at all.
I don't want to believe that man is okay, actually. People have mental disorders and all of that.
Somebody should just be in the hospital,
Yes.
And I wanted to even say something too. These people that actually sexual assaults, what am I going to call them? People are predators, right? I feel like sometimes, or most times, most of them have, the problem with them is that they have an actual mental disorder.
Well, maybe not most of them, but some of them, like a check should be in place, right?
Yes.
To check,
So just be,
because as long as they are still out there, they can
just move
they can
on
do
to
it
the
to
next
other
people.
Person.
And for them to think that they can do something like that to people that don't actually, for them to think in that direction,
it's okay to assault, right?
Yes, the way they are thinking is a bit
People who assault
Yes,
just
it's not
babies.
okay. Yeah.
It's a lot, actually.
Especially now, pedophiles too.
Mhm.
Do you think they are mentally upright people?
Absolutely, because everybody in their right frame of mind,
Would not do
anybody in their
something
right frame
like that.
of mind will not do something like that.
Yeah, so
You know, maybe so. Maybe one boat loose somewhere, and they need to fix it.
so they are meant to like take them to a rehab kind of thing,
Yes, I
right?
think that
Or
should be done too. More than just taking them to
to
jail, they should
yes,
check them first.
yes, they should
Yes,
check them. They should yeah.
but why that exists also. Some of them are just very foolish people. Yes, so
Hmm.
it's
Some
both
of them
ways.
know what they are doing. It's
They
not
are
like there's a
fully
mental
aware of what
problem.
they are doing, and they just want to satisfy their lustful desire, so to say.
Hmm.
Yes.
Now this situation, I reported it to somebody. This whole thing that I narrated to you. I
Okay.
told somebody this person was a stranger.
A
I
male or
saw
a
a
female?
female. We were sitting in the bus together. I was just saying like, about how Lagos is very ras, right? That was the day I
Very
met her. You
rash.
know all those people that you just meet in bus and then you just start telling
Start a
story.
conversation
Exactly.
with, yeah.
She's that kind of person. And then we were discussing and I just told her what happened that
Okay.
particular day. And she told me that what did I do? I told her that I did not do anything. She was like, no, never. I should have slapped him or something. She said I was even very
You were
shocked. I
shocked,
could not
right?
do anything. Come and see how this
Well,
girl changed it
you
for me. Oh.
people have different reactions to things. We
Well,
react
it,
to
it
things
made me really
differently.
feel very bad. The
No,
way she reacted. She made it look like me too.
you didn't handle it
Yes,
well.
me too. I
Or
enabled it.
oh
That's
no,
why
no,
I
no.
I didn't slap him. I didn't do anything. So it's as if me too. I really liked what
Oh
happened.
no.
Now imagine my boyfriend was there. What would I think? What do I think he would have thought of me?
Boyfriend, is this
Is it,
I'm thinking
I'm
I'm
angry that
talking
she
about
even,
myself.
I'm angry that she involved a man in it. But let me
Exactly.
just
So I don't think that should cause anything because people react to things differently. So for some, they'll just, lash out immediately. For somebody like I like to process things and reprocess and what's going on here, what just happened and all of that. So my
yeah.
reaction will not be the same as somebody who
Who will
so
just do it anyhow?
yeah, so I think it's just reacting to things differently. That does not mean you enabled it in any
Mm,
way. It's just
mm.
our reaction to things.
So
Yes.
what do you have to say like about stigmatization?
Oh well, a few weeks ago I posted something about stigmatization, how that research shows actually that 77%, another one shows 80% of sexual assault cases they go unreported because they call them victims, but I don't call them victims. The sexual assault survivors, they feel they're going to get blamed, and all of that. And that's because of the way we've stigmatized, we've handled the whole situation, basically. So, to everyone, I think that we all have a part to play. When you hear about sexual assault or when somebody comes to report to you, how do you handle the case? Do you judge them? Do you tell them it's their fault? Why were they asking inconsequential questions? Why were you here at this time of the day? And all of those things. So, how we handle it is what matters the most. So, when somebody comes to you, do you accept them? Do you embrace them? Do you make them feel like they are safe with you
Mm.
and all of those things? So those things matter a lot. Some people gossip about, we have very, very nasty characters in this
Mm.
country, yes, and even outside the country. So we need to accept them, make them feel safe, help them out of it, not gossiping about them, not blaming them for it. No,
Mm.
they are not to be blamed for it. Yes. So I think that we need to do better. We need to encourage them. Of course, what happened is not their fault. So
Yeah.
yes, so we just need to accept and embrace them. Make them feel like they are safe. And make
Mm.
them feel like what happened to them is not the end of the world.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm. Thank you very much.
People stigmatize a lot. Not even
Yes,
sexual
yes, they
assault
do.
alone.
Yes,
Single mothers. You don't want to associate.
yes,
It's a lot.
yes. People do that.
Yes.
One final question
Okay.
before we're done, right? So there's this story that I got as well of somebody that was raped and she
Okay.
got pregnant while she was raped and she
Yes.
did not discuss it with anybody because
Yeah.
of course she didn't want anybody to
To know,
stigmatize her. Yes, exactly. And then she now got pregnant. You know the way it is now getting pregnant in an African home. The
You
way the
have to
parents are
marry the
going to say,
person.
Oti Kobami, yay, who
But
is
she
the
didn't tell
father?
them it was as a result of
Yeah, so
sexual
she had
assault.
to now tell them at that point in time. And she knew the person that raped her. So, of course, she just told them that it's this person. No, I told him no, kiniko, he forced me, or you get. And at the end of the day, they just called the person, they discussed that he must marry her. And they brought some kind of, they just brought
You did rush
little,
wedding.
yes, little this thing. And they brought it for the
So
person.
she got
She
married to
got
the
married to the
person
person
who
that raped her.
assaulted her.
Exactly. What can somebody in that kind of situation do? I mean, even her family members, even people
I
around
was
her,
going to
are
start
not
from
helping
there
her.
that family setting is very, very important. Parenting is very important. I'm so passionate about parenting because parenting plays a great role. I feel like the result or any outcome of a person greatly has to do with the home they came from. So for that type of person, our parents see it as maybe normal, or because she's pregnant, she should marry this person. But
I can't imagine
she's
what the person
getting
can be
married
going through
to
right
her
now.
abuser. What do you think she'll be
Will be
facing
happening in the
in the home? Yeah, so
marriage.
that family, well, the deed has been done already. She married the person, but I will just,
Can she still sue that person?
well, he assaulted her, and if he agreed to it, yes, he can. But I just want to tell her that it's never too late. Yeah, so she can carry her bags, leave the house, leave the marriage, because it's not about your family here. Your family, well, maybe they don't know better, but or maybe they are trying to cover up, everything. But the lady has it's her life, yeah. So she has the decision to make ultimately.
Yeah,
Yeah, so she's going to be stigmatized for it.
forever.
Yes, she's going to, maybe not forever.
Mm.
Yes, she's going to face a lot,
Yeah.
but I don't even think being in that type of marriage is safe for your
Mm.
children, even.
Mm.
Yes, people get assault.
Like she
Sexual
literally married
assault
somebody
is
she doesn't love.
sexual assault is very, very, it's very serious. People get assaulted by their father or by one uncle. You lose trust.
Mm.
It's a lot, but I just pray that she finds because it truly takes courage
Mm.
to even talk about it, but much more it takes courage to leave that type of situation because that's
Mm.
a very oh God, that's a dysfunctional setting.
Mm.
Yes,
Oh my God, I'm so sorry about that.
people go
Honestly,
through a lot.
really, really, and there are several things that are actually happening, and I feel like people are getting. I'm very happy, and because of people like you, people are getting to understand that they need to
Yeah,
take care of their
they need to
children.
speak. Oh yes,
Yes, yes, they
parenting is a big deal.
yeah. I entered one keke one day, and then there was this man that was beside me, and there was one other woman that wanted to come in with her daughter. So it happened that the man that was beside me knew that woman that wanted to come in. It was when
Okay.
she wanted to come in with her daughter that I saw that you're the one. Oh yeah, come, my baby. He wanted to lap the girl, like a kind gesture.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think about it, and the woman was like, "Don't worry, I will lap her.
Oh
Sit on
well,
my." And
I'm very
I
proud.
was so impressed.
I'm very proud of that woman because
I,
a lot of people will just,
I was
it's not
really
even about
impressed.
whether the man had that intention or not, but
Yes.
she's
Yeah, she
safeguarding that
just
girl.
guarding her.
Yes,
And I felt impressed and I felt bad
I
for
love
the
that
way our
woman.
society have gone.
Well,
That you just have to,
you have to shield yourself and your children
Yes.
from certain things.
Yeah. So lastly, is there anything you have to say to sexual assault
Oh,
survivors?
absolutely. I have a lot, but I'm going to summarize it. Well,
Yeah.
I want to say to every sexual assault survivor, first of all, that you are not a victim. When God gave me this vision, one of the things He told me was that, everybody calls them sexual assault victim, 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 victim. But you are not a victim. You're a survivor because people actually die from sexual assault. So you are not a victim. And I also want you to know that you are not alone. You know, God loves you, your family loves you. You know what we read? That lady said she feels lonely. That's what sexual assault makes you feel like. You feel lonely, that there is nobody who wants to associate with you, wants to talk to you, and you also want to keep to yourself sometimes because
Mm.
yes, so all of those things are just lies the enemy puts in your heart to make you stay down. But I want to tell you that you can rise above it, and sexual assault does not have to determine how your life turns out or the path you take in life. So, yes, I'm telling you that you can be better, you can do better for yourself, and that sexual assault is not the end of you. Most importantly, God loves you and you can heal from sexual assault.
Hmm. Thank you, Pastor.
Well,
Thank
wow,
you.
really.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for coming for this
Oh,
episode.
I'm
It's
so
been
excited to be here
right.
too.
Really, thank you very, very much. So if you want to, get to know you, like your everything womanhood community and
Oh,
everything, where can we
yes,
find
on
you?
Instagram underscore everything womanhood underscore. So there's underscore at the beginning because everybody has their own thing they're doing out
Yes,
here.
yes.
So there's underscore at the beginning and at the end, everything womanhood. So you can just follow because
Okay. How about you particularly?
my well, I'm not a very social person, but my underscore is my handle rather on
Okay.
Instagram underscore TIF triple E. So let me say that again underscore TIF triple E underscore. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that's underscore Tife
Yes, but
underscore
it's fair
is triple E.
triple E. Yes,
Right.
an underscore.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming for this
Thank
episode.
you. Thank you for having me.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode from the beginning to the end, right? And we're so excited. Excited that you stayed to this point in time, right? So I'll catch you on the next episode. Right. Bye.
Bye.